Welcome to Graziti Interactive Podcast. My name is Smriti Diwan and I am a content marketer at Graziti. Today we're going to touch base on an integral part of keeping your company alive and active in the minds of your customers, email marketing. With me is Khushbu Sharma, a fantastic product marketing specialist with magical powers when it comes to powering through marketing campaigns. Hi Khushbu, glad you could join in today.
Hi Smriti, happy to be here.
Khushbu, as a savvy marketer, you've probably come across reports that show email as a channel which offers the highest ROI. Today, we're here to talk to our listeners about the process of getting started with email marketing so that they can ensure that the first campaign is a roaring success. So let's get started, shall we?
Let's dive in.
It can be super tempting to simply sign up for an email marketing tool and start sending out emails. But what do you think is the first and foremost step for jumping in?
Before we get started, Smriti, I think it is worth taking a minute or two to think about your goal and what you really want to achieve with your email marketing. The key to establishing the right goals is to align them with your company's wider marketing goals and KPIs. For example, is your goal to drive new signups for your product, new leads for your sales team, more attendees for your event, more traffic to your website? You must decide on your goal before you go ahead with your email campaign.
Right, and especially since email marketing is the single most powerful channel to reach your audience, I think it's worth spending some time thinking about what you want to achieve with it.
You got it, Smriti.
Fantastic! Now that we've established the goals that we want to achieve from email marketing, the next step would obviously be to build your email list. Now, there are a couple of different ways you can build your email list, but how do you know which one is right for you?
That's true, Smriti, but I think the right method for each campaign really depends on the goals you establish before getting started. Say if you plan to use email to keep in touch with the existing customers, then the best way to build your email list can be by importing your existing customer details into your chosen email marketing tool. And it goes without saying that the list should be GDPR compliant.
Absolutely. And if you plan to communicate with an audience whose email addresses you might not have yet, then you'll obviously need to start capturing email addresses and building a list from scratch. What do you think, Khushbu?
Smriti, fortunately for you and our listeners, there is a foolproof formula that for most successful marketing folks follow.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm all yours.
So, when you add valuable incentive to simple subscribe opportunities, you get the largest email list.
Whoa, easy there. That sounds like math.
Don't worry, Smriti. It's not a rocket science. Let me explain. Regardless of how many subscribe opportunities you present to a visitor, it's unlikely they'll act without a valuable incentive. At the same time, no matter how good the incentive is, you still need to make it simple for people to subscribe if you want them to join your list.
That makes sense. So, what are the incentives you could use to entice people to join your list?
Incentives including writing compelling content, offering discounts on your products, or a free trial.
Sounds good. Now, once you're done with your email list, the third important step would be to select the type of campaigns you want to send. With an array of email campaigns that you can send to your subscribers, I'm sure it's mind-boggling to choose which one you should go with. How do we go about it, Khushbu?
The type of campaign that you choose again depends on the goals that you established. So if it is about one main topic of interest, it is best to go ahead and send a newsletter to your customers. However, if your goal is to drive a direct response wherein you want to showcase a new product or a discount or promotion, then sending a text or an HTML email is the best way to go.
You got it, Miss Marketer. So now that you've decided on your goals, built a bit of an audience and select the type of campaign you're going to send, it's time for step 4. That is, to start building your email. Any best practices here?
You know, Smriti, research shows that an adult's attention span on an average is 8 seconds.
I couldn't agree more.
I told ya. So with such a short attention span, it is safe to say that people aren't closely reading your emails word to word. Hence, writing long, lengthy emails isn't the best approach. Structure your emails to help draw people into reading your content before you finally guide them towards the CTA. This way, you will not only grab people's attention but also manage to get a high click-through rate. The second tip I would like to share is to make sure that your email campaigns are aligned with the colors, fonts, and branding you use across all other customer touchpoints so that your customers have a consistent experience with your brand.
Right, and that lets you build trust that the email is legitimate and increases the chance of them clicking through.
Bang on! My third tip would be to make sure that your campaigns are optimized across all devices in order to make it easy for your subscribers to convert.
Alrighty, moving on. Now, with your first email out the door, where people are opening and clicking on the CTA, you will now be able to start tracking the success of your campaign. How do we go about it?
There are two places where you can track the success of your email marketing campaigns: your email marketing tool and your website analytics tool, such as Google Analytics. The reports present to you the key metrics of your email marketing campaign, such as the number of unique opens, the number of email not opened, open rate, click-through rate, unsubscribe rate, and spam complaints.
Interesting. Now, any key takeaways for our listeners? Something that you've learned over time?
I think personalizing your email is important. If you have access to the first name of your email recipients, it makes sense to use it in the subject line or in the body of an email.
Talking about the body of your email, I would like to add that it's a good idea to keep your paragraphs short, use subheadings, and add bullet points when needed.
You're right, Smriti. Then of course, it's imperative to make the most of your subject line. It is also a good idea to split test your emails.
Alright, for example, you may want to test the opening of your email or test the CTA to see what kind of response each version generates. It removes the guesswork from your campaigns, I think.
Exactly. I would also suggest creating a dedicated landing page and directing your email traffic to it. And oh, before I forget, according to a lot of surveys, Tuesdays is hands down the best day to send emails, followed by Thursday. The click-through rate is the highest on these days. I kid you not, this is a tried and tested tip that I always follow.
Well, now that's something worth remembering. Thank you, Khushbu, for all the valuable tips and tricks.
Glad I could help.
If you need assistance with your marketing, SEO or content, you could visit our website www.grizity.com or email us at info@grizity.com. And Khushbu, thank you again for joining in. To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please let us know your questions via comments. For now, this is Smriti along with Khushbu signing off. Goodbye.
Goodbye.